So guys, we're just gonna jump in here and check out this 120 horsepower XMR 2020 Turbo R. It is the one without the intercooler and the less horsepower, but we're gonna try it out. Just take it up and down for a real quick one, but most of this is gonna be a walk around, just go over the specs and let you know what's in this as opposed to the 72 wide. It is kind of the 64 inch version, but it actually works out to be 67 more like, so with the tires and that. So you still got some extra width there, not quite the 72 but close. So check this out. Hey everybody, just been meaning to get this review on the regular turbo XMR. I know everything's usually on the 72 inch wide, guys, the bigger beasts. We're just here at GVP right now. This is where my units come from out in Chilliwack, British Columbia. So I wanted to do a review on this, more of a walk around, not so much a driving review this one, right? But just to do the walk around and the specs of it and show the difference between this 64 inch unit versus 72. The main thing is less turbo, less horsepower without the intercooler. Other than that, I'm just going to walk through a bunch of the specs and go through. So your 102 inch wheelbase, this unit has 14 inches of ground clearance. It's got the DPS as well. These are the main things. 18 inches of suspension travel, which for a 64 inch unit is still plenty. It's got the Fox 2.5 Podium QS3 piggyback shocks, which I've used on a few different units, and they're actually a really great shock. Nice and easy to change the settings and whatnot. But actually, these are not the QS3 on these guys. For some reason, I thought they were the QS3. Oh, okay, I see. So what we have is the QS3 on the front, and on the rear, this is interesting because you got the QS3 on the front, and the rear you have the high-speed, low-speed compression up top, like my XDS is. But that is interesting. Usually they're the same on the front and back. So I don't know if this is a special unit, but that's how it's turning out in this one. So you got the snorkels up here, so you can't do your S&B filter when you got this set up, because there's a way to tie into it, but probably mess this nice setup. So for the mud, everything's piped up high. No water's gonna get in anywhere up to the doors. You're pretty darn good there. Yeah, so you still got some good dual rate shocks on here. High speed compression, you got the rebound control. You got the raised arms at the back, suspension. So yeah, it's a pretty crazy setup for a 64 inch. Some mud beasts with the cryptids on there. You got the 30 inch 9s on the front, 11s on the back, ITP cryptids. So yeah, your dimensions, you're still 133 inches long. Wow, you're a little bit wider on this, even though it's a 64 inch kind of model because of the tires and whatnot. You're actually 66.7 wide as opposed to 64 with the regular model. But yeah, you get the little bit of the greener dash inside, the green cut seats, the X embroidery, and then here you got the new style dash, smart lock for mud and trail, the new digital dashometer, which is a very love-hate relationship with a lot of the new owners of these 2020s. I've noticed a lot of people really don't like them. They like to see the tack and the gauge at all times. Still have the great accent lights. You get the bumper that comes on the XRC and XMR, along with the winch on this one as well. 4,500 pound winch with synthetic rope. You do get the full half doors, which is nice on these. So they come stock fit, ready to roll already. The rear tow hook, that's also on there. And I notice on here you get these skid plates. So they're not like your aftermarket when you purchase them. They are the thinner skid plates for sure. So depending on what you're going to be crashing around in, I do say you should get the thicker one or something better on there. Definitely advise getting your guards under here as well. So your arched A-arms at the front, give you a little more clearance over everything. And then yeah, so your arch at the back slightly gives you a little more extra as well. But other than that, it's a great unit. Just it's not going to be as top end high speed, but it's still going to be super torquey. There's no way this is going to be a slow unit. It's 120 horsepower, Rotax Ace, 900cc turbocharged, just without the intercooler. So after your mid-range, you're probably going to lose a little bit of your, well, not a little bit, probably going to lose quite a bit, especially compared to the 195 horse out now. So yeah, so that's a walk around. They do have the cage change on this one as well, so they come off better and you can get the nicer new ones on there. If you want to go aftermarket cage, it's not as big of a job to do. You still got to get a bunch of plastics off. Still lots of work though, but it's better than the old system of a whole lot of cutting before you put that cage on. So yeah, I'll just jump in here, start it up, and take it for a quick little zip. Take a listen. All right, let's check this out. The seats auto dry for these. So just gonna put the fancy security key in here. Got the start button. This is a heck of a bright dash here. Holy schmoly! No joke there. Very bright. So I just love the X3s. Everybody talks about legroom. The X3, don't even have to talk about it. It's just phenomenal. Start her up. She starts nice and smooth. Got the headlights on. Got the built-in winch switch, comes ready to go. Got your reverse override, which is nice for in the mud, definitely. This is a super new unit. Here we're at 0.9 kilometers, full of gas. So for your smart lock here, what you do here is you're in two-wheel drive, and if you switch that into the middle, right, that puts you in the smart lock mode of either trail or mud. If you go back down, let's say we stay in trail and we're in smart lock here, you're going to look here on the screen. It's going to show you all four tires locked up right there. So there you go. So when you go into full def lock, you're going to see the lock go up also into the top, showing that it is fully locked both ways. Then you go back down to two-wheel drive, and boom, you're just down to two-wheel, the rear diff lock. That's it. So you have the new dash mode. You got your drive mode set up. It's pretty cool. Right now we're in sport. You see that up top. We can change over to eco. It's nice to be able to see it now for sure. You got your DPS modes, your max, and then you got your menu. You flip your menu around, check out the speed stats, engine temps. You got your battery voltage, your settings. So it's all done by this toggle. It's actually super nice to move around on here. You got your trip settings over here. So trip A, trip B, total, all that information is on there. So it's kind of nice. You got quite a bit of information on there. It does light up kind of like a glowing orange color. At nighttime you can see it nice and easy for sure. See how it does. I mean, you got your RPMs there. It is nice to see your RPMs depending on where you're riding on a separate you know. So on the gauge, you know, I do like seeing the needles, but I'm in between, to be honest, myself. So let's throw the seatbelt on here and give her a quick little zip. I I've never actually driven the 120 horse yet. We'll stay in two-wheel drive so we don't rip the heck out of this lawn here. No, trying to. With these crazy cryptids, they're not the nicest when it comes to lawns, as you can see. That's just driving as slow as I can. So now let's drive out here in two-wheel. Oh, I love the smell of the fresh exhaust burning in. I will not lie. Oh, you love that smell. So this one's far from broken in, and I'm not going to break it in the mad evil way. But I'll just give her a little slip down here. Feel what this horsepower is like. Ah, yeah. Definitely has all the bottom end that you need still. But the cryptid rubble. Definitely got that. Hey. 120 horsepower versus I've done the 172, 154, 195. Off the line, even with these cryptids, I know they don't grab much, but this thing still has the torque off the bottom line. It's great. If you're in the trails and in the mud, I see this being definitely all you really need. You always have more, want more, yes. This is not under, whereas we got the XMR Sport at home, where I wish I had, well, this power though, so it would be that extra fun factor. So yeah, that's it. Let's try it out. Yeah, those tires will rip some shit up for sure. I'm not sure if you're gonna want those on all your trail rides. Probably not much traction there, but depending on where you are. Another thing here too is these don't come with the bead locks. It would have been nice to have bead locks on a mud version for sure, but they're still pretty tight rims. Everybody switches them out pretty much anyways, so not too many people stay stock. I don't see nowadays. Steaming away, that fresh engine, everything getting wet for the first time here. So hope you enjoyed the walk around, everybody. Lots more walk arounds coming on, different units. I love doing as many as I can, but out here, Greater Vancouver Power Sports, thanks for letting me do this. And out in Langley and Chilliwack, we're in Chilliwack right now. But yeah, more to come. Thanks guys, let me know your thoughts. Alright, so we printed off the BRP spec sheets for the 2020 X3. Pretty much shows what I'm after here is the suspension. My little question here on, usually it's QS3s on the XRC and the XMR, but you got the XDS shocks, I swear, on here with the high speed, low speed. You got your rebound control. This isn't normal on these models, and your dual rate, 3 springs. So we're just checking it out, and from factory, actually, it's 2.5 podium piggyback QS3 on the fronts and the rears. So I don't know what happened on this one, if it was from factory, but I'll tell you what, that's in some extra dough in those shocks there on this unit. So I'm not a sales guy for this company, but if I was looking at one of these right now and I could pick this up for the same price, which I did verify, and they got the XDS shocks in the back, heck yeah. It's a cool little free upgrade by Fluke on this one. So you still got the QS3 on the front, because usually you have these front and back of these units, right? So it's easy to firm or soft, 3 steps, go to the back, and normally you would just reach over here and do the exact same thing. So in a real walk around, you would have the clickers on here, but this one unit by Fluke has that, and that's the way it's going to sell. So if you want to take advantage of that, heck yeah, come on down, GVP, Chilliwack, it's here.